Greetings, everybody. Dirty Ice Water here again. Uncle Denbark, let me have control of thoughts from the closet, coming from the closet again. All right. Like I said before, I'm not going to let R. Kelly and Michael Jackson ruin my little quiet spot. Shit, if I want to come to the closet and relax a little bit and do my after work routine, then that's what I'm going to do. All right. Today's lesson or game plan or strategy, I'm going to be preaching, everybody, so get ready, from the book of Brainwashed, okay? The book of Brainwashed, challenging the myth of black inferiority, all right? And we're going to chapter 5, homicide. Why do we keep killing each other? And it's poetic and ironic, isn't it? That I'm coming from the closet, all the little gangsters out there, everybody, because this closet is probably close to the size of your future home. If you get that far, if you make it that far, I know a lot of you live by the motto of, you ever see The Wire? This model. You ever see The Wire? I like my homie, Avon Barksdale, and he had one of the best lines ever. I'm just a gangster, I suppose. And I want my corners. And I know that's how some of y'all are living. That's why homicide, why do we keep killing each other, is in the front of the book. 10, 11 chapters, we're in chapter 5. And I'm going to read, I could just read this quote and stop right there, but we're going to get historical because I want to make sure we're in 2024, not 1824. Okay? I just want to double check that. All right, so we're gonna dive into a little roots. We're gonna dive into a little history. You'll only learn it here. You won't learn it in Florida or any of the other spots that are so-called fed up and believe they're being discriminated against with the so-called woke culture. Oh, please. Dirty Ice Water ain't having it, and neither are you. Listen to this quote. You agree or disagree? Look, you hear about people getting killed all the time. Little kids, teenagers, grown folks. Somewhere along the way, you stop feeling surprised. That's just black folks, you know? Let me say that again. That's just black folks, you know? That's just black folks, you know? You can't afford to get upset because that's just the way it is. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. Do you? This was published at first edition, 2010. I'll say again, my friend, 2010. It bothers me because even though I may come from a little small spot back in the Midwest, all right, gun violence and losing homies to gun violence and to the wielder of that gun, it becomes very, very concerning, and it hurts. To be quite honest, hurts right here. There's folks out there that will try to run up on me and take my little jewelry right here that I got, and this shit's fake. Come on, man. Don't tell me about what's going on. Excuse me while I peek down right here and look at what I'm going to read to y'all. All right? I jumped ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Bear with me. Your time is important, and I want to value and honor that time, and I appreciate you being here with me. By all means, please go get scripture, but please go purchase the book, read it on your own, enlighten, Okay? Enlighten yourself so you can see, and you agree or disagree. Okay? You tell me. All right? You come back and say, hey, you got a point. You got a point. You got a point, Dirty Ice Water. You got a point. Okay? Historical roots. Why do we keep killing each other? Slaves were taught to devalue black life. And this is a value, quote unquote, we pass down to our children. Personal oppression, generational poverty, illegal drug trafficking, gangs, and self-hatred created a kill or be killed code of respect, quote unquote, among young people. In 2024, is this still true? Or would you say this is untrue? Let's connect some more dots. Death for respect. Stripped of respectability and dignity through humiliation, ridicule, and physical and psychological trauma. We were left with shattered egos and pent-up rage. Let me say that again. Shattered egos and pent-up rage. We became hypersensitive to any emotional trigger. No pun intended. From the very beginning of our American experience, there was a welling up of violent rage and self-hatred within us. The easiest target for black rage and self-hatred, is those closest to us who cannot retaliate. True or untrue? And finally, black men and women have become immune to intra-racial violence. Intra. Make sure I pronounce that correctly. Make sure y'all hear that. I want to emphasize that. Intra. I-N-T-R-A. Intra-racial violence. Shutting down, quote unquote, is an effective psychic defense. The fact that all blacks are judged by the negative tendencies of a few forces to many to repress public outrage. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. The fact that all blacks are judged by the negative tendencies of a few forces many to repress public outrage. I don't know about you, but when you try to repress something for so long, there's only one way that it's going to come out. Usually, typically, normally. All right? What are we doing, Black America? Young people, old people, in between people. When Uncle Denmark allows me to broadcast with these thoughts from the closet, the next episode, I'm going to be coming with this too. Why am I taking the time to read this? First of all, I don't want anybody to end up in a cage. I don't want any of my people to end up in a cage. I don't want to see any more friends getting shot up, okay? I don't want to see any more. I'm tired of what there's a quote in here where they talk about the teddy bears and the prayers. Tired of the teddy bears. I'm tired of the prayers. I'm tired of going to politicians and begging and pleading and gun right laws and gun control laws, and we have to control ourselves. Man, I'm not going to get on my soapbox. All right. Get it, read it yourself, make your own thoughts and judgments, okay, and decide what you're going to do. You're going to be a part of the problem, you're going to be a part of the solution. All right. Bob said, let's love one another. Only love is going to get us out of this. When I see my brothers and sisters, I see love. All right. I don't see hatred. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in the closet. As a matter of fact, I'm about to sign off right now. Go out here and get something to eat. All right. Some of y'all, when you go into your closet, which is where you're headed, trying to stay non-judgmental, but that's where you're headed. When you get there, You won't be able to just get up and leave like I'm going to be able to do here in a couple seconds. Dirty ice water. Mothership. I know I went over 10 minutes. I apologize. Thank you for your time. Peace, love, and happiness.